The quest for the crystal of time. Long ago, in a kingdom surrounded by high mountains and vast deserts, there was a legend passed down from generation to generation, the legend of the ** crystal of time. It was said that whoever possessed this crystal could control the flow of time itself. Some said the crystal was hidden away to protect the world from its power, while others believed it was lost forever. Many adventurers had tried to find it, but none had ever succeeded. Evelyn was not like most adventurers. She wasn't interested in riches or fame. She was a historian, fascinated by ancient legends and relics. Her father had once been the king's most trusted scholar, and he had dedicated his life to searching for the crystal of time. He believed that the crystal could be used to correct the past, to right wrongs, and to prevent disasters. But like so many before him, he had vanished during his search, leaving Evelyn with only his journals and notes. For years, Evelyn had pored over her father's writings, searching for clues. Most of the entries were vague and cryptic, but one passage stood out. It spoke of an ancient temple hidden deep in the Desert of Shadows, a place said to guard the entrance to the Timekeeper's sanctuary, the last known location of the crystal. Determined to finish what her father had started, Evelyn set out on her journey. Armed with her father's journal, a map of the desert, and a small team of loyal companions, she ventured into the unknown. The journey was perilous. The desert stretched on for miles, with nothing but endless sand dunes and scorching heat. By day, the sun beat down on them relentlessly, and by night, the temperature plummeted, leaving them shivering in the cold. Weeks passed, and still there was no sign of the temple. The group's supplies began to dwindle, and tensions rose. One evening, after a long and grueling day of travel, Evelyn's friend and closest ally, Marcus, approached her. "Evelyn, we've come so far, but are you sure this temple even exists? What if it's just another myth?" Evelyn looked at Marcus, understanding his doubts. She, too, had questioned whether the stories her father had told her were real, or if they were just fanciful dreams. But she couldn't shake the feeling that they were closer than they had ever been. "I don't know for sure," she admitted, "but my father believed in it, and I have to trust that he was right." The next morning, just as the sun began to rise over the dunes, something strange happened. The wind shifted, and a powerful gust blew through the camp, uncovering part of the sand. Beneath the surface, Evelyn spotted something glinting in the early morning light. She rushed over and began digging, her heart pounding in her chest. After a few minutes of digging, she uncovered a small stone, engraved with symbols that matched those in her father's journal. Excited, she called the others over. This was the sign they had been waiting for. The stone was part of an ancient marker, pointing the way to the temple. Following its direction, the group pressed on, and after several more days of travel, they finally found it, the Temple of the Timekeeper *. Half buried in the sand, its once grand entrance now weathered and crumbling. The temple was vast, with towering columns and intricate carvings on the walls. Inside, the air was cool and still, and the only sound was the echo of their footsteps. As they ventured deeper into the temple, they encountered strange traps, pits that opened beneath their feet, darts that shot out from hidden panels, and walls that moved to block their path. But Evelyn's sharp mind and her father's notes helped them navigate the dangers. Finally, they reached the inner sanctum. In the center of the room stood an ancient pedestal, and atop it was the *** crystal of time. The crystal was unlike anything Evelyn had ever seen. It was a deep, translucent blue, glowing faintly with an otherworldly light. As she approached it, she could feel its power, a strange sensation, as though time itself was bending around her. But before she could reach the crystal, a voice echoed through the chamber. "You have come far, but the crystal is not meant for mortals." Evelyn and her companions turned to see an old man standing at the entrance to the chamber. He wore robes of deep red and gold, and his eyes glowed with a wisdom that seemed far beyond his years. "I am the *** timekeeper **," he said, his voice calm but commanding. "I have watched over the crystal of time for millennia, ensuring that its power is not misused." Evelyn stepped forward, her heart racing. "We don't seek the crystal for power," she said. "I've spent my life searching for it because I believe it can be used to fix the past, to change what went wrong." The timekeeper studied her for a moment, his gaze piercing. "Many have come here with that same belief," he said. "But time is not something that can be easily controlled. The past cannot simply be rewritten without consequences." Evelyn hesitated, but then she thought of her father, of how much he had believed in the crystal's power. "My father believed the crystal could be used to save lives. He thought it could prevent the tragedies of the past. I need to know if he was right." The timekeeper's expression softened. "Your father was a good man," he said quietly. "He, too, sought the crystal with noble intentions. But when he learned the truth, he chose not to take it." Evelyn's heart sank. What truth? The timekeeper approached the crystal and placed a hand on it. "The crystal does not simply allow one to change the past," he explained. "It shows the wielder all possible timelines, all the choices, all the paths, all the consequences. But once you change one thing, everything else changes as well. You may prevent one tragedy, only to cause another." Evelyn stared at the crystal, torn between her desire to finish her father's quest and the fear of what might happen if she used its power. Marcus stepped forward. "Evelyn, maybe your father knew this was a power no one should wield," he said gently. "Maybe he left the crystal here for a reason." Evelyn closed her eyes, her mind racing. She had spent her whole life searching for this moment, but now that it was here, she wasn't sure what to do. Could she really risk the future for the sake of changing the past? After a long moment of silence, she made her decision. You're right, she said, stepping back from the crystal. Some things aren't meant to be changed. The timekeeper smiled, a look of relief in his eyes. You have made the right choice, Evelyn, he said. Time is a delicate balance, and it is not our place to alter it. Evelyn and her companions left the temple, the weight of the crystal's power left behind. As they made their way back through the desert, Evelyn felt a strange sense of peace. She had come in search of answers, and though she had not found what she expected, she had found something more important, a deeper understanding of the past, and of herself. And as they journeyed home, Evelyn knew that her father would be proud of her, not for finding the crystal, but for choosing to let it go.